Hi Commanders, Commander Wilsander here, back to give you an insight into the recent community goal to defeat pirates in the Dhan system. Before we do this combat run, I will talk you through the ship's setup very briefly. It's on screen now. As you can see, I'm using a Python Mark II, and the Etsy link, by the way, is in the description if you want to go through them in detail. I'm not going to do anything more on this particular video. So, as you can see, we're here at Kid Station. I'm going into the community goal, which is in the mission board and community goal area. And there is the community goal, and in here you'll see I've got contributions, but if you want to sign up, the bottom right hand side is the place to do it. And we are going to auto launch, and at the same time I'm going to set the destination. So in the navigation I'm going to go into filter, because of there's a lot of ships here if you don't filter it. So I'm going to filter on planets and moons and points of interest. I should have done stations at this point, but we'll realise that later. So down to Dhan 9 and the resource extraction site. Could have chosen the hazardous one, but I don't then get the security help. And I find that the extraction site actually gives me more bounty than trying to do it all myself without the help of the security. So now we're off to the resource extraction site. Ignore the hardpoint deployment, that was a mistake. We're going to jump to the friendship drive. Usual stuff here. And on Super Cruise overdrive. Straight to the resource extraction sites, makes it a lot quicker and easier. And I know I've overshot here, so I'm going to have to come back a bit, and I'm just sort of taking us round. It's just so much quicker to do it this way. Now I've got to come into the resource extraction site. You've got to be careful about the angle you come in at, avoiding the planet if you're too close to it, but it's relatively straightforward avoiding the planet. And we'll just approach it. If you haven't done a ring before, then you approach it in the same way you do a station. As you get to within 100 million miles, that's 1 mm, you'll find that you can drop out at that point, same way you do for a station. You'll find yourself, as you'll see at any moment now, with lots of rocks around you. If you're doing it in the dark, make sure you have your night vision on. And you can see the rings changing from rings to a more solid form. And we're going to drop out as soon as it gets to 1. Well, actually we've gone over a few hundred kilometers, but there you go. So we're still heading for the resource extraction site. We've got lots of, well, basically rocks around us, which can become a bit of a hazard. but I'm going to sit above them here and just look for likely pirates. Once you've done this a few times, you'll get used to where and how the pirates appear and what to look for. Basically, if, you will need to understand your scanner at the bottom middle here. You need to understand it very well. If you've got the kill warrant scanner on, then if you're pointing at the ship, it will tell you whether they're clean or wanted, and you're looking for ships that are wanted. At the moment we are seeing lots of ships that are clean. Normally I'd expect a ship coming in to be a pirate, but I'm guessing because we've just come in that these ships are coming in to do their mining. Now over there I can see some flashes, and that's a fight going on. Now I could go over here. The chances of me getting to it before the security forces have killed it are probably pretty slim. And now I'm getting a ship scan detected. Now I'm pretty sure that if somebody's scanning me and they're not security, it'll be a pirate. So I'm now facing them and the scanner says they're wanted. So I can fight this. Now I'm going to do a kill warrant scanner scan because I have my kill warrant set up on the second fire button, and I'm switching straight away to the frag cannons and opening fire, obviously. It takes a bit of practice to get used to not burning out your lasers straight away so that you don't have anything to fire. You notice down the bottom right hand corner my weapons have used up the power in the reserves. That's because I don't have at this point the systems and weapons pips appropriate. You'll see in a minute that we'll change those to better reflect the combat that I'm in. Now he's making a run for it, so I need to get him before he does. And there you go. His hull on the left hand side there is down to 0. He's gone. So I'm now looking around on the scanner for other ships that might be pirates. If they're down, he's an expert, he's clean, so I'm not going to be firing on him. And another one that's clean. So we're looking around now. As you see, where that's one that's mining over on the rock there. You see the white flash, but that's a continuous flash, whereas firing flashes are they appear and disappear. Here's the mining going on. Again, they'll be clean. Notice I'm about 5 kilometers from the resource site. Basically, as long as you're fairly close to it, there'll be some action. Still looking for my next pirate. Having a cup of tea at the same time. So now you notice that the system on the right hand side there, lower on the display screen, the system is not charging as quickly as it should. It should have system and weapons at 3 each. That would make much better sense in this fight, in this combat environment. And I'll realise this in a minute and I'll start adjusting things. So one of these, no, they're all security. That one might be. So I'm keeping myself facing him. Yep, he's wanted, so I'm now going to open fire. You notice he's part of a team of 2, but I don't see his comrade anywhere. If I'm facing him and he's not moving, then I tend to fire the frag cannons. But I tend to use the frag cannons only once the shields are down. as you can see here. He's being very manoeuvrable. I'm trying to track it, pin him down. It's a bit of skill, but practice makes perfect. Now he's goner. His hull's gone. Now you notice I've started to move the pips around so that I can get the system back to 100. The system will bring your shields back more quickly, so that's why I've got 3 in there at the moment. That's recovered that and built up the bank again. Weapons are back to 100%. Engine I don't worry too much about in combat, although I do try to keep 1 in there so I can move about a bit if I need to, and if I need to boost to catch a ship before it jumps. That's another reason we're keeping a pip in there. Oh, somebody's a ship scanning me now. Just need to find it. Where is it? Up. Sure, we'll have in a minute. There he is. Now, expert. Left hand side there, you can see he's wanted. I need a team of 3. As soon as I open fire on him, I don't know what happened to his comrades, but there's only one of him left. If you're in a team, if you see a team of 3, you'll get attacked by 3 ships normally, unless the security police have taken them out. Right, his shield's gone. You can now start hitting. If you see to the left hand side of the scanner at the bottom there, shows the status of the ship. His shields are down but building up to 35%, and his hull is down to 51%, so we just need to pin him down and then we can keep firing at him, and as we do so his hull goes down rapidly to 0 and he's dead. There we go. We've destroyed him. He probably won't be dead, he'll probably have used his escape pod. So now is this one, this one is also wanted. He's a wing of 2. I'm going to attack him. His shield is down to 0 quickly. I'm hitting his hull. As he slows down, I start to fire the frag cannons, although I don't think I hit him there. You know, the burst lasers are keeping up the power, so that works well for me. And I'm getting his hull down. It's now down to 16% there next to the scanner, down to 6 already. Nope, missed completely with the frag cannons. And now he's dead. Probably shouldn't say dead because he probably has escaped in his pod. You may need to tinker, once you get a bit used to combat, you'll need to tinker with the power distribution on to the right of your ship status, just to make sure you keep those banks high. You can't always, but certainly when you're recovering you can. I'm just showing you claims here. I've got 1 million credits worth. So now let's look around for a few more, or another pirate. But I am 8 kilometers out, so I'm going to get back closer. I can see security in green on the scanner, and don't see any flashes anywhere of fighting going on. And if you listen to the listen to the commentary as well, sometimes you'll hear a miner asking for help, or security taking on another ship, a pirate. So you can go to help them, and that's a good way of finding a ship. Now we're looking for another. This one looks like it might be a pirate. No, it's clean. Okay, and it's a miner, obviously, because you can tell by that laser. There's a lot of security about. That's the green ones. That's a clean. Here's a security. Sometimes you have to wait a few minutes to find a pirate. They do come in waves, so sometimes you have a minute to recover, which is quite good because it means your shields can repair and you can shift around the power distribution if you need to. And we've put on another one, and here we go. Now here you'll see there are two ships attacking now. You see on the ones in red are the ones that are attacking at this minute. Because there's a wing of two, there are two ships attacking me. So after the first one, I'm going to kill that one first. The shields are already gone, and his hull's going down rapidly with the help of the security forces. And that's what I like to do. Now we need to find the other one. We got the bounty for that one. Appears in the rank. Oh, that one's already been destroyed by the security forces, so we won't be fighting that one. And that is a disadvantage being in this area. You don't always get the pirate. But there's enough of them out here to keep you busy. Again, we're on the hunt, looking for a pirate. I can see one off to the left there. Now we're coming back round to him. That one should be a pirate. So we're just waiting for the scanner to tell us what it is. He is wanted, so I can attack him. There we go. Oh, he's jumped out. No, he hasn't. I've just missed him. There we go. For some reason I took off the targeting. I think I destroyed the missile there. But I do notice that the point defense has gone up to 4. Point defense has been firing at missiles, so I don't see it very often. If it's needed, they will. And we've destroyed that one. Whoa! And you do sometimes have to avoid the security forces. And make sure you don't fire at the security forces, because if you fire at them or a clean pilot, you'll find yourself with either a fine or even a bounty and end up in jail. So you do need to be careful. And if one of the security police gets in your way, make sure you're not firing at them. If you're lucky, you'll get away with a fine. Otherwise, you'll end up being wanted and you'll have to run for it because the security will kill you quick. Okay, so we're still looking around again. The other thing to note about the scanner is those white areas are materials which you could pick up if you want. I'm not choosing to. I don't have a ship with the capability to pick up more than 2 tons, so it's just pointless. But you may want to do that, and it is a good way of collecting materials. Not the best way on. That'll be the subject of a separate video, which I'll do at some point. What have we got here? This looks like it might be a pirate. Yeah, now here's a wing of 3 pirates. I've attacked the first one, and there's one coming up behind me who's attacking as well. In fact, there's a third, so 3 of them are now attacking. If you were on your own, this would be really troublesome. You'd have to get rid of the first one very quickly. But because I know that security is about, well, help me out. Though I could, in theory, take these out myself. With his shields down. Oh, that's him, he's gone. Destroyed. Let's get to the next one. There's still 2 after me. One of them's been destroyed by security forces. It's just this one left. There we go, taking out shields. His hull's down to 17 go and dropping rapidly. And as you can see, now that we've got the distribution set up right, it's not dropping as quickly as we ought to. I have used boost to keep him close so that I can destroy him before he thinks about jumping. I didn't need to do that because the security forces have now destroyed him. Okay. Now it's 2.2 million in, as you can see in the transactions, that shows you how much you've got. You can, in fact, with this particular community goal, you could have just had one hit on a ship, wait till the security forces have destroyed it, and then make a move out, and you'll still get the enhanced kill warrant scanners that are part of this CG. But I'm actually after some money as well, so I think I'm up to about 270 million credits at the moment because I'm in the top 50%. We'll see when we get back whether I make the top 25% or not. Time for a cup of tea. That's better. Right, as you can see here, I'm now looking for more. I'm already firing on him because the security forces are firing at him, so he must be wanted. But as you can see, the wanted has now come up in the left hand side of the bottom of the screen. So we can now attack. And the closer you get, the more accurate and better your shooting is. As you can see here, I'm now much closer and it's killing him much quicker. And there you go. He's wanted, so let's destroy his ship. Yeah, he's attacking. Didn't do much damage. He has damned shields a bit. I'm not worried about that. Right, his shield is gone, and we've got his hull down. Zero, he's dead. Or should I say, probably got out in his escape pod. And that's probably one of these white materials displayed on the scanner at the bottom there. As I said earlier, the green ones will be security, white is materials and escape pods and such like. The orange ones are either clean or wanted. And we're going to go and see if we can find another pirate. That looks like a pirate to me. I'm going to face up to him in order to get the scanner to tell me whether he's wanted. He is wanted, so I'm opening fire. As you can see, once they're attacking you, they go red. And his shield's already offline. Good grief. And his hull's dropping quickly, despite his flak. He's being very evasive though. Some of the shots will get through. Back online. Okay, that went down quickly, and we got him. Bounty voucher received. There you go, bounty collected. And yes, my shields were down to 70 something, they're now building back up rapidly, because I've got the pips in the right place now. Is this another one? We're facing him, yes he's wanted, let's get a bit closer and then we can open fire. He's attacking me, flak everywhere, so not many of the shots are hitting. Now he's flaps off, so we're definitely in him now. Just take his... Because he's coming towards me, I'll fire the frag cannons. Which allowed me to take his shield down even quicker. And now we take his hull out. There we go. He's done. Again, just on the hunt for bandits, i.e. pirates. Just finding clean, and you see they've come in waves, these pirates. The next batch will be along in a minute. That might be a pirate. When it's at the end of the scanner, at the far side of the farthest point of the scanner, you get anomalous readings. It's only when you get a little bit closer that you'll see what they actually are. And I find it really annoying having a lot of this material sat around, which when it's at the extent of your scanner, you have to go looking to find out whether it's a ship or just an anomalous reading. Now here, I've got a feeling there might be some pirates out there. We'll find out in a minute. They're too far out to scan at the moment. Now these are... We're just looking just in case one's crept in, because they do sometimes.
Each monster is a legitimate target.
Ooh, there's one. We've got to get within 3 kilometers for the guns. And that's for the burst lasers. The frag cannons are even closer. They're going to be within 2, I believe. And the closer you get, the more accurate they are. And you can see there's a security ship helping me out. Actually, I think he's firing another ship. Okay. Oop. That was a mistake. I've got his shield down. He's got lots of flak going. Just need to get him to stand still for a minute so I can get the frag cannons on him. Pretty good. There we go. Fire. Yep. Fire off ours. And probably destroyed a missile. Very manoeuvrable. Close enough that I can start firing at him. There we go. I'm getting some damage on his hull, down 50%, and dripping. Another one out there as well, which will also come into the attack. This is a 2-wing. This one's down 30% now, fighting for his life. That's another mistake. Single figures. Security forces almost got my way then. And there's the other one. The wing. And he's gone as well. Going to see if he's wanted, so we can attack him as well. Taking his shield out very quickly. You notice I held on for the fight because there was a security ship crossing the line of fire. Within a meter, 100 kilometers, so I can shoot. Do quite a lot of damage. rejigged the pits so that I can fire more continuously. It's now 22 and I think he's making a run for it. Oh, maybe not. Yep, taking a run for it. And his shields are back on. He's definitely getting away, so I'm going to have to boost or I'm not going to catch him. There we go. He's definitely running. I need to get back within 3. I don't know why I'm firing because I've got to be within 3. So now I'm going to engines so that and he's now definitely going to jump. Can we destroy him before he jumps? I need to bring his ship down. Yeah, he's offline, so hull's only 11. 10, 8, 7, 6. 5, 4. We can get him. Ooh. We got him before he jumped. There we go. That's worth 300,000 credits. Notice I'm rejigging the distributor power again back to the system so that the shield regenerates and fills up the bank again. I've got 4.2 million credits, as you can see here, and now I'm going to look for Kid Station, which isn't on here because earlier I forgot to set the filter to include stations, which we're about to do now. So I'm into filters, highlight the stations, back again, and this time it will appear. There it is, further down there. We can lock on location and we can head back with our combat credits, bounties.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I'm going to speed through this because we obviously go into friendship drive, we do the super cruise overcharge to get back to the kid system, and then we end up coming back to Kid Station. Now I use auto dock, so if I need to do anything else, like I am now drinking a cup of tea, I can do so unhindered. I keep a journal, so I tend to write up journals and coming into the station.
Docking complete.
Okay, so now you notice we need to restock. That'll be both frag cannons and point defense, and we're refueling as well. Now we're going to go into startup services, and we're going to go into the community. We need to go into the contacts first, because that's where you hand in the bounties. So you go into contacts, go into administrative contact.
Station services price refresh obtained. The local market is selling palladium at a good
And in
price,
here we
as
need
well
to
as
go
silver
down
and
to
gold.
bounties. There you are, bounty vouchers. And we've got 4.2 million, all against the
Bounty
Dhan
vouchers for
Empire
over 4
League.
million credits have now been redeemed.
And then we'll go into the mission board. In my case, this is just to see how we're doing.
Your Majesty, we have
And
received
in
an update.
the community
The
goal,
Community
you'll
Gold
see
of
my
Pirates
contribution
in
is 40
Planetary
million,
Rings of
and
Dhan.
I'm in the top 25% on the right hand side there. That's a very successful
70 million credits.
combat. So I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed doing the combat. I'm not really a combat person, I'm more of an exploration, but sometimes I like to shake it up a bit. Anyway, thank you very much. See you soon.